Hey everybody, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone tutorial. This time, what I got for you is the Rapid Hopper Minecart Unloader, or more commonly known as an item yeeter. So yeah, let's just take a look. Yeah, as you can see, we're just, I've got minecarts circling around, and they're just circling around and just no items are getting, removed. Well, that's because in this chest, I have a full chest of torches. So if we break that, as you can see, they're going to come in, drop in, break, torches break off, and they're just going to keep going. As items keep coming in, we're not losing. They're getting destroyed. The minecarts are getting destroyed, picked up. One item is going into the bottom where the minecarts get picked up, but as you notice, nothing's there. So let's speed up this process just to see if we have the full chest, which we do. We have the full chest of items straight from the system. So if we throw these out, they'll do it again. Now, my little collection here is just for demonstration purposes only. I never recommend having something this small if you're going to be using something like this, because you're gonna lose too many items. So having more than what you need here, and this is just double speed to speed up the process. But as you can see, we had 100% of the torches picked up. So this pretty much is 100% reliable. Occasionally you might lose. I'd actually say this is about more of a 97% reliable. Let me just turn off those minecarts. I'd say this is more like 97% reliable when it comes down to losing items here. But if you have 100 and you lose 3, it's not that bad. Especially when it's 100 all the time. Occasionally losing 3, it's such a low number that it's almost non-existent. So I'm not going to show you guys how to put this together. This is just something I put together just for demonstration purposes. Or the item collection. This is strictly up to you. What we're dealing with is the item destruction itself. The minecart destruction and the unloader itself. So let me get this stuff put together, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and now I have to say one thing real fast. This is directional, so you have to be careful in on this part, how you build it. So first off, as you can see, I got a couple of little different ways of checking. Now, there's actually 5 ways you can do this pretty easy. First off, you could use your coordinates. If your coordinates, we need to make sure that we are going south, which means our positive Z axis, because it goes X, Y, Z, that is increasing. As you can see, it's increasing, now it's decreasing, but I'm facing the way that it's increasing. So we need to make sure we're heading south. The other way is you get a sunflower, place it down, look at its face, turn left. There you go. That's south. Another way is you take 5 regular rails, set them up like this, and place it down. Now, they will go to the southeast naturally, so south. And the last, and then the other two is one, you can use a stone brick. Looking at the top, no matter what orientation you are, no matter what orientation you place this little line will always point south. So that's another way. And the last way is you get yourself a map face, or the map is facing south, and there you go. And that is the ways that you figure it out. So make sure you get those. Make sure you get in the right orientation before you build this. Now for materials, this is, like I said, we are just dealing with the item destruction, the minecart destruction, the unloader part. Everything else is strictly up to you how you do it. And I will give you guys a couple little things here and there, information-wise. Now, to build it, you're going to need at least 2 pieces of dust, 2 repeaters. I recommend a redstone block, but you don't have to use a redstone block. You can use any other constant power source. You're going to need... do we need observers? No, we do not need observers. Grab observers. We need a comparator, at least 2 rails of any type other than detector, 1 target block, 1 dispenser, a hopper, 3 solid blocks, a bunch of other blocks to build with. These ones could be any ones you want. 1 hopper minecart, 3 powered rails, 1 slab, at least 4 scaffolding, a piece of sand, a cactus, a stair, bring at least 5 glow lichen, and I will explain why I'm using glow lichen versus any other thing. Some of them can be replaced with other blocks, but that will stop water, but 2 of them will either have to be either glow lichen or scaffolding. A piece of soul sand and a bunch of water. So what we're going to do is first off figure out our orientation. And once we have orientation, we're just going to make sure we mark it out so that you know this is the direction you need to build it at. So I'm just going to put a small little pillar out in the distance so we know. So from our first spot, any place that doesn't have to be solid, I'm going to be using glass. And in fact, actually, we need 4 solid blocks. So first thing is where our solid block is, we're going to put a block down. This orientation doesn't matter, but I am going to build it exactly the same way as that. So I could actually have that one come over this way. It's either going to the north or to the south. That one is strictly your choice. And then we're going to place a block there. We're going to pretty much encase this part right here, but we're going to have this one as a target block. Grab your dispenser. Place the dispenser right next to the target block. We're going to encase this down 1. And then we're going to take our piece of soul sand and drop it down into the hole here. Now this part's crucial. We need to put water here, 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 and here. Grab your powered rails. Put a powered rail here, here, and here. Now, these rails will just go and process your... this is the minecart. This will allow the minecart to continue on. Now, grab your 4 scaffolding. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. We're going to cover these up. In fact, I recommend just busting it out for now. Waterlog this scaffolding, place another one, waterlog it. Now when a item goes through here, it will get shot up with enough velocity to actually exit here. And we're still building on the south side. So now we will grab our hopper, place it down, and then we're just going to make a small little area here. We're going to throw a solid block here, here, and here. Let me get my solid blocks out. Dust, heaters, comparator. Throw a comparator here, throw it on subtract mode, dust here, repeater set to 4 ticks, repeater set to 3 ticks. Now this is going to process the items slow enough that the minecarts will not pick them up. Now we're going to place a temporary block right there, a block right there, and a block right there. Any block, any rail you want there temporarily, and any rail you want there. I'm just going to use the normal rails right there. Now we can take that out, grab your minecart, and place it right on the rail. Now, if it does this, that just means you're going to have to place a block above it. Because then when it goes in, it's going to stay put. Now we're going to go do the same thing on this part. Break that out, put a solid block behind there. Grab ourselves our cactus. Throw the cactus down. We're going to encase this part here and make sure that we're able to get access to here. Make sure we cover all of this up. And this is where your items will be coming out. Cover that. You can cover that up one. And we're going to do a partial encasement of the cactus and a complete top cover of it. Just like that. Okay, so now what we need to do is get our buckets of water. Place the water on the rail first. Grab yourself either glow lichen or scaffolding. Place it on the sides here. And we're going to waterlog the cactus. So just make sure that water is not going to go everywhere. Because we're going to waterlog the cactus. We can bust that one out because we're going to need that space. And we can take that out just to easily move things around. Set it up however you need to be able to get things moving around. Then we're going to take our slabs. Take a slab, place it on top of there, and waterlog it. Now, get your item that you're going to just stop water, place it there, raise that up, and right there. Now, what's happening is, as an item comes there, it's going to actually move around all the way to the bottom. You could actually just have it go there and straight there, and then have this one loop around, and however you want to get it done, it's up to you. Now we're going to cover these up, leaving that spot open. Cover that up. And we will grab our stair and place our stair right there and waterlog it. And now we have this set that items will flow and get pushed towards this way. Now, how does this thing actually work? Because we're done with the build. this entire thing is now done. How does it work? Well, as a minecart enters the area, even though there's a slab there, let me just barricade that off, just to make it nice and easy. Woo. As a minecart falls down, there's a thing that happens specifically with all minecarts. It doesn't matter what minecart it is. If it lands on a non-solid block that is less than the full block, which, other than pretty much the only ones that I've... trapdoors will work. Let's see here. Slabs, definitely. Carpets. I've tried it with chests. Chests don't work. Campfires do work. So anything that's almost a half a block will allow the minecart, instead of... And it has to be bottom slabs. Instead of landing on the top, will snap to the rail that's underneath it. Now, the reason why we're using the angle here is to put the minecart inside of the slab. When the slab, minecart's hitbox within the slab. When the minecart breaks from the cactus, the items will appear above the heights, will appear here. And some of them will actually end up over here. So we have it set where they will also be able to come over onto next to this cactus, and we're flowing everything away from it, other than here, but they will get pushed to this wall before they circle around. So if I throw in three pieces of concrete and push it in, it falls, drops, and 2, 3, and sometimes the minecart under here will pick them up, and that's fine. That's why we have the clock as slow as it is to do that. And this is a technically 8 redstone ticks for it to process every single item. Well, actually 16. 4 will be 8. It'll be 9 actually. But we have it running at a slower pace to prevent things from happening. Now, like I said, this part right here, this point right here is strictly how you want to send the items wherever you want. You want to send them further up, go ahead. If you want to send them that way, that way, that way, or even back that way, you'll just have to loop it around. Go ahead. Here, you can send these minecarts anywhere you want. Now this is because I know we're collecting items from here. And they will pop out, get shot across, and minecarts, as they get put in, will end up becoming part of the, be able to get placed on a system. So no shulker boxes, no tridents, no arrows, no fire charges, nothing that can be, no water buckets, nothing. Pretty much this is designed more like for sugarcane and bamboo and things that if a dispenser gets used with will not break them. And if you're using that, make sure you just put a couple of items in before the beginning of each cycle, so that could be broken into and then just sent right back. That's strictly up to you. But yeah, but for the nice thing about this system is I wanted to come over here. Okay, just barricade those 3 off. I wanted to come from over here. From over there. single input, able to handle a decent amount, but you need to make sure that you keep them at least eight redstone ticks on the clock apart. This is a little faster, but that's fine. You just need to make sure that you keep them at least 8. So make sure you keep them that distance away. This should almost always be empty by the time by the time a minecart comes in. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section. If it's a major issue, I'd recommend joining my Discord. Link to that will be in the description. If you actually just want to play around with this thing, the world download will be in my Discord, in the Wizards Worlds download. Make sure you have the Minecon event from 2017, I think, template downloaded on your system to be able to mess around with this. And if you guys want to support me, you subscribe. But you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.